Is the free world still free? Because here's what countries that aren't free look like.
The war against crime in Venezuela is at best gridlocked. The country has the second highest murder rate in the world. But to these criminal gangs, the real culprit is a corrupt police force.
The Iranian regime put on a decent show today that their elections were free and fair. But amid mass boycotts, critics agree this was just another deception.
President Biden reportedly readying new action over Beijing's free speech crackdown in Hong Kong.
What if I told you all those things were happening right here and in other countries in the formerly free world? You know, chaos in the cities. I mean, you have shoplifters now walking into stores with duffel bags and walking out of the stores with duffel bags. They're not running. They're just robbing, stealing from the store, just walking out. Can't have chaos with law and order. They're opposite ends of the same coin. So if the country and other free countries around the world are still free, are you free to post information on social media? And you should be able to do that, right? Well, the Biden administration clearly doesn't think so, because they're trying to crush free speech right now, right here, and they've shifted their target, did you catch it? From misinformation, dreaded air quotes, to disinformation. Check this out.
It is also the responsibility of the people creating the content. And again, I would go back to, there are conservative news outlets who are creating irresponsible content that's sharing misinformation about the virus that's getting shared on these platforms.
Sorry, misinformation. Even they're getting it wrong. They're moving back and forth. The terms have become interchangeable these days. Has this gone too far, all of this? Well, when you've lost the ACLU, I think it has. Even the ACLU tweeted Biden's gone too far. Check this out. They put this out on their Twitter account. Remember when President Nixon claimed the White House wasn't involved in the Watergate burglary? Remember when the government told us that cannabis is as dangerous as heroin and PCP? Remember when President Obama told us that the NSA had not abused surveillance programs revealed by Edward Snowden? They continued, no matter which party's in power, the government cannot be trusted to label truth or fiction any more than Facebook or Twitter can. Yeah, welcome to the party, guys. It's been a little while. Nice of you to join in. I mean, you are the American Civil Liberties Union. And speaking of freedom, which is rapidly evaporating in this country and around the world, one of the quickest ways to destroy a free, fair, and open society is to corrupt law enforcement, too. Gotta have that. By the way, what the heck is going on at the upper levels of the FBI? Check this out.
Both the public testimony from the FBI and in private meetings, alerts that were given to at least our company, I assume the others as well, that suggested that we be on high alert and sensitivity, that if a trove of documents appeared, that we should view that with suspicion, that it might be part of a foreign manipulation attempt.
Did you catch that? Zuckerberg from Facebook? That's from October 28th. Did you catch what he just said? He basically just admitted that the FBI waltzed into his office in these private meetings and suggested, yeah, we should probably make this Hunter Biden thing go away. Hunter Biden thing go away? Is this the same FBI, the upper levels of the FBI, that decided it was a good idea to spy on President Trump's campaign? Folks, listen, this is all falling apart in front of our eyes. We are reaching the point of no return, the event horizon, quickly. You can't have a free society also without, good science. You got to throw science out the window. You got to make science propaganda science, vice versa. Did you see this story this week? The Journal of the American Medical Association, Pediatrics, they had a study out. That study about the experimental assessment of carbon dioxide content in inhaled air with or without face masks in healthy children. It was a randomized clinical trial. Well, that study was unpopular science on the left because it came to the conclusion that children who have masks on for prolonged periods of time each day might suffer from hypercapnia, a lot of carbon dioxide going in. Yeah, you're supposed to breathe that out. It's called respiration. Some liberals are just figuring that out today. Well, the study was retracted. The study author wasn't happy about it. He's suggesting, as we see from this Just the News article by Greg Piper, that the retraction was, quote, political, the lead author says. Interesting, isn't it? You can't be free, by the way, without a free and honest press. Not happening here, no time soon. Isn't it ironic that the media mouthpieces here, they're becoming the useful idiots to the war on free speech as they move the goalposts on what free speech actually is. The media, protected by the Bill of Rights themselves in a war on free speech. They're the useful idiots. Did you see this NPR article by Miles Parks? Outrage is a business model. How Ben Shapiro is using Facebook to build an empire. Relatively innocuous title, right? Did you see this gem down in the article here? Quote, Miles Parks, NPR. By only covering specific stories that bolster the conservative agenda, readers still come away from the Daily Wire's content with the impression that Republican politicians can do little wrong and cancel culture is among the nation's greatest threats. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Conspiracy, a conservative outlet like the Daily Wire, having the cojones to cover conservative news. That's it. Put him in jail tomorrow. Open the torture chambers. Who would have thunk it? Here's the worst part of all. You can't attack freedom without literally attacking freedom. Have you seen what's going on in Australia right now, a formerly free country? Check this out.
Across Greater Sydney, retail shops will now close. A small list of essential stores can remain open. Construction sites across the city shut down. And from midnight tonight, 110 suburbs across Liverpool, Fairfield and Canterbury Bankstown will be sealed shut. That's 900,000 residents who can't leave their area, even for work.
Whilst it is in human nature to engage in conversation with others, to be friendly, unfortunately, this is not the time to do that. So even if you run into your next door neighbour in the shopping centre, in the Coles, whilst you're at Coles, Woolworths or Aldi or any other grocery shop, don't start up a conversation. Now is the time for minimising your interactions with others.
This is total crazy pills time. Australia, ironically, is now worse than a prison colony. See, in a prison colony, you could talk to other people. But the Australian political leaders, and again, I'm using the air quotes there, don't even want you talking to people, even if you put a mask on. That's real. We didn't, edit that to mess with you. And if you dare speak out, by the way, cancel culture comes for you. The vultures, they'll go right in. They smell blood. It's causing people to self-censor. But the best weapon against all of this, the anti-freedom warriors and cancel culture, are all of the Paul Reveres out there. You're out there. You know who you are. As a friend once told me, and it resonated with me to this day, you're all the leaders we've been waiting for.